Right, so hey guys, what is going on? My name is BBHAXS and this is my tutorial on how to make a thumbnail for a YouTube video. So you want to go to File, New. Change it to 1280 by 720 pixels. Keep that as 72, make sure the background is transparent. And you can press Save Preset so it's the same for all the times you make a thumbnail. Press OK. And now, this is the video I'm doing it for, the I Feel Sick video, which will be uploaded on Wednesday. And now I'm going to drag in some images which I want to use. Some of these are screenshots from the video, and some of these are, well, one of these is the picture I took to do with it. That is the picture I took to do with it. Press Enter, Enter, and Enter. And then I hid some of the layers. And then I decided that I was going to mask, and masking now. So use the pen tool. Well, it's not masking, you're just using the pen tool to go around. You don't need to bother about hairs because it's a small image when it gets put on your video. And it's a cheap way of having a shave. And you click on them and you press selection and leave it at 0 and just press OK or enter on your keyboard. And then Control and J, and then delete the layer that was at the bottom, so now there is no background. Now I went round with the Magic Wand tool, which is the keyboard key W, and got rid of the pieces of the background which I couldn't get with the pen tool. And now I resized it by pressing Ctrl and T and positioned it, and then press Enter. It's much easier to use shortcuts. And then I made a new solid black layer for my background and dragged that down to the bottom. Now the quality may be rubbish, but it's upscaled to 1080p, but yeah. And then I went onto Google to try and find some images, and I cut most of that out because that took me about 10 minutes to do. The entire time for this process was 42 minutes. I print screened that by pressing Function and End on my keyboard, and then I resized it by pressing Ctrl T again. And then press Enter, zoomed in, and then I used the quick selection tool to select the sick. And then I Ctrl J'd it and took away the background and deleted the parts of the white which I do not want. And obviously this is going to take longer. This is speeded up in post-production because it took me, like I say, nearly an hour to do. And I don't think you'd want an hour-long video. I don't think I'd want to voice that. And then I zoomed out and positioned it and rotated it, and that was all done by Ctrl T and then using the mouse. Then I made a solid green layer, but it was a darker green that I used, more like a sicky green. Then I changed the opacity. Now this isn't the way I do it in all of my thumbnails. Sometimes I use like stocks and change the blending options. Changed the opacity of that, then turned on one of the other pictures I took. Then I can turn down the opacity again by using the slider, and then press Ctrl T, or I rasterized it and then removed part of my wall as that was distracting in the video. I did that to the same thing, but I flipped the image round. Rasterized it. I don't know what rasterizing actually does. I think it just makes it so it's, what's his name? It is like loses quality if you resize it. And then I hid that layer, and then because I'd rasterized them, I could use the eraser tool, and it still didn't let me do it. So I had to re-rasterize it. Then I changed the size of the brush by pressing the square bracket keys, which are next to enter normally, and then I changed the hardness down to 0%, and then I removed certain parts of those images. Now these images are only for the background, so it doesn't really matter. And then I turned it back on and I put text in, changed the text to I feel sick, and then I changed the font, size and colour. Then I double clicked and then changed the gradient overlay from green to dark green to green to yellow. Now if you're wondering why I'm like stuttering or what I'm saying, it's because I'm recording over the video once it has been edited, so yeah, it's kind of awkward. And I changed the scale of it, and then I put a bevel in and drop channel. Yours will have a lot more options, it's just something I've done on mine. I've put in some images and then I made a new layer, did a white brush, and then I did black brushes around the edge. Changed the opacity of that to about 20%, and I went to File, Export, and Export, Save for Web. Well, obviously this bit is coming up, but yeah, so File, soon, File, Export, and Save for Web. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, please let me know by leaving a like on the video. If you want to see more like this, be sure to subscribe. So yeah, I'm BBHAXS, and I am signing off.